What's up, guys? Welcome to the Dad Pack Podcast. I'm Ryan, one of the hosts. We're here with Joey, the other host. We're
What's
going to
up?
give you all the dad knowledge that you need in the probably 15, 20 minutes that we got here. It's mad amounts of dad knowledge and everything you need to know right here, right now.
Boom.
Joey, what you got?
So we're gonna hit. I guess we'll do our dad topic first in this episode, and then we're gonna hit the fun stuff later. So we have a whole episode, hopefully, of like conspiracy theories. So I think that's what we're gonna name this episode is conspiracy theories. We got a couple topics to talk about with it, but first we want to hit our dad stuff at the top, and then kind of get into the fun stuff. So no pack news this week, but I still like to say pack news. So
Pack news.
That's my favorite. Okay, so the dad topic this week, right at the top here, is: do you think your kids misbehave for attention? Let's just jump right into it, dude.
Guaranteed.
You think so? That was
Guaranteed.
quick. Yeah, I mean,
Not
yeah,
always,
I think
but guaranteed.
there's a little bit of it. I'm sure at the age that your kids are, it's probably a bit different than the age that my son's at. So I saw this on a video already, and it kind of already obviously gave me an idea for it. But yeah, I think that all parents can kind of agree that kids definitely do misbehave for some kind of attention, right?
Guaranteed. There's no way
well,
they
I'm-
don't. Like, it's silly. They always do.
Do you think it's worse when they when you have siblings that it gets worse? Drawing from
Hell
when
yeah.
you were a kid and then now as a parent, yeah, I think so too. The funny thing is though, bro, when I was a kid, I don't think I ever had that thought to do that, like to to do something to get attention. I don't think that that was my line of thinking as a kid, right? And I don't think that necessarily is the line of thinking for kids. I think it's just something that they do to try to get reactions, right? I could be wrong, but
it depends. Like, I think that when you have a brother or sister, you have like this unconscious want to like compete, I guess. And so
the competition. Yeah, I'm sure.
you're competing. You're like right now, every night I play a little bit of video games with Ashton, but I gotta finish the night off with Uno with Layla because she doesn't want to be left out of playing stuff. So it's
That's fair.
always something to try to even the odds. That's
What is your
trying to
wife
survive.
do? Does she do the same kind of stuff like with the two of them? Same kind of balance? Well, I know
She's
she does
busy.
more like brain activities, right? She's doing more of like the Ashley likes doing like the lab stuff, right? So I just kind of figured with Layla she might be doing a little something different.
Nah, like she takes her to stuff like that's.
Oh, okay,
She's-
that makes sense.
She's that girl, and she'll, whether it's tutoring, whether it's after school stuff, like they go do stuff.
Gotcha. For Carson, I think it's more of what I was talking about. I mean, he's only 3, so like I don't think that that's his line of thinking, but I definitely have had the thought of he's doing that because we're not giving him enough attention, if that makes sense. Now, I do think some of this comes with boundary testing too, and that's kind of where I was going to get with my son. Now, he's only 3, and I think that some of it has to do, and I'll give an example with it, with the boundaries. So, like, for example, I'll say, hey, Carson, take that cup and put it back on the table where it's supposed to go. So he'll be drinking water and he'll leave it on, the coffee table. And I'll say, hey, take it back over to the kitchen or take it over to the dinner table so it doesn't spill while you're over here, right? And so he'll kind of give me the, yeah, okay, dad. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to stop what he's doing. He's kind of doing his thing. And I'll say, raise my voice a little bit. Hey, Carson, hey, take that over there and do what I told you, please. And I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing, whether I'm vacuuming, I'm doing dishes or whatever. I think that he's trying to test to see what I'm going to do, right? Am I going to follow through? And then if I do, what is my reaction to it? So I think some of this kind of gets misconstrued, the behavioral for attention with testing a parent's boundaries along with trying to also seek attention at the same time. And then we as parents kind of have to juggle to figure out what he's doing. That's my theory on it.
It's the same.
You think it's, well,
it's the same because you're looking at, like, let's say,
but how is my 3-year-old supposed to explore the world? You know what I mean? Like he has to test boundaries. That's part of it though, Ryan. he's got to test the boundaries, right? Because if I tell him that, if you don't listen, I'm gonna take your favorite toy from you, right? And then I just keep telling him that and telling him that and telling him that and telling him that and never do it. Obviously, he's gonna test to see how far he can go until I do it. You know what I mean? And I think some of that has to go with that. But
Yeah,
also, I
it's
think that if
called
I'm not paying attention,
hustling.
then
It's called hustling, Joey.
not everybody's a hustler, Ryan. You a
Mm,
hustler, my boy, but not
it's
everybody
called
is a hustler.
it's called hustling, man. That's
I
like
mean, it's fair.
my wife can be a pushover. That's who she is. She doesn't want to punish the kids. She doesn't want to be mean. She doesn't want to raise her voice. Um, so she'll be like, "Why are the kids not doing what I ask them to do?" Because they don't believe you. They're not a believer. And
Or do you think that
and
maybe your reaction is a bit more stiff than hers is? Like your uh, punishment, shall I say, or whatever you're gonna do is a bit more
oh, I'm
harsh than
coming.
hers is.
Guaranteed,
Right.
I'm
No,
coming.
I'm not saying that you're not coming. I'm just saying that you're going to go more for the throat, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like you're going to go for whatever they
Nip
care
it.
about the most, whether it's technology or whatever it is. Like you're coming for that, where she might be coming a bit softer, and so there's a kind of a balance there.
Yeah, I'm nipping it in the butt. We're
Okay.
we're moving on. But this is not acceptable. Now you don't have to test this no more. You don't have to do nothing anymore. We're done. I'm
Yeah.
taking all your stuff, or we're whatever's appropriate. But I'm trying to go exaggeratory. But if I even feel that you're testing me or hustling me, we're going all the way.
I think that's an experience thing, bro. Because like I'm still learning what that's like. Because there are times right now where I can feel that I haven't spent enough time with him for the day. Like I haven't engaged with him enough because I'm, cooking, cleaning. I'm early today. I was out there spraying the freaking foundation of the house. You know what I mean? So I don't get cracks in my foundation. I'm doing all this like little stuff that to him, it doesn't make any difference to him. You know what I mean? So to him, he just sees that daddy's not playing with me or daddy's not doing this with me. And so now he's going to start acting out. And sure enough, whenever I wasn't doing that earlier today, he started giving me and mama a harder time off of everything little that he normally is fine with. But after, I wrapped everything up and then was able to go in there and start playing some toys with them and engage with them, he's been fine ever since. Now, some of that had to do because he was still hungry, and I had to figure that one out. And he was a little hangry and had a little attitude problem. So got him fed, and then got a little playtime with him, and he's been cool ever since. So there's like this little balancing. I'm trying to figure out what he's doing, but he's also trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I think there's a little truth of misbehaving for attention, but I also think there's a little truth behind misbehaving or testing boundaries. You know what I mean? Like they're just at 3 years old. Now, I would say where your kids are is probably different. I don't
It's
know
generally
though.
the same. They're like, do you remember the nanny? Like, there was some show on TV, not the weird one. There was like an actual like live-in nanny that would go in, and usually how she fixed the problem was engaging with the kids, like literally just playing something with them. And so
Super
there's
nanny. I brought this up earlier a couple episodes ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
super nanny. Yeah,
it's something that makes sense. But like, what do you think they did in like back in the old days when I got to go onto the fields and 12 to 20 hours a day I'm busting my butt to feed the family. Like, you think your kids are like, oh, I need more time with daddy? I doubt it. I doubt
yeah.
that there's any time. You got to go out there and bust your butt with them pretty soon.
I
So
think that
I don't know.
there is some truth to it there. I watched a video earlier today where it was three Amish kids. And I say kids, they were like 16, 17-ish. And bro, they built an entire deck
Mm,
with like a gazebo and stuff in like 2 days.
yeah.
Just and it was just the three of them. They came over and they had like their old school tools and they just did their thing real quick, built this deck, got some money, that's what they're trying to save up for, and then they just moved right along. Bro, kids nowadays could never do that.
I can't do
Me
it
and you
now.
couldn't even do that.
I
Yeah,
can't
like
do it
me and you
now.
couldn't do that. So like, yeah, that old schoolness. I think we need a little more of that old school foundation, a little bit less technology. I think that would do our society a little good. But that's not the truth moving forward. Like it's just gonna be what it is, and us kind of parenting around it at this point. But I mean, what would that what does misbehaving for attention even look like for your kid's age?
Um, my daughter still throws little fits. I mean, they're silly, and usually you can nib it in the butt pretty fast and be like, "Hey, no, we're not doing that."
Is it over
Um,
food?
no, now it's over. she's real self-conscious of it's a girl thing, I think. Very self-conscious of what she wears and what she looks
Oh,
like and what her hair is, how her hair is done. So if there's a haircut, it's a
whoa.
drama-filled event. Um, if the clothes, you can get a brand new clothes that she picked out, but if for some reason, whatever somebody says, or it's done,
Getting her head
she may
about it,
never
huh?
wear that
Wow.
again. Oh yeah, very
Wow.
sensitive, very creepy. Don't get it.
Bro, these are thoughts that never have even crossed my mind as a guy before. I don't care. I
Still have
literally wear
T-shirts from high school. Don't care.
I do too, bro. I
Don't
still
care.
do too. I still have like the old like track shirts that had like my name on the back, bro. Like the whole
Absolutely.
name is
Yep.
completely faded off the
Yep.
back. You could just barely see the letters on the back. Yeah, I have all that same stuff too. I'm
Yep.
lucky to still fit in some of it. So most of it I don't anymore. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a little
it's is
tight.
it still there? Yeah,
Yep.
a little tight around
Little
the yeah,
tight.
a little muffin on the edges. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whatever. What am I
I
used
got
to
some
embarrass my
see-through
kids
stuff.
down the road?
You can see
Jesus.
through some of my shirts. Yeah. Mm,
Very side.
mm,
Kind of got some holes.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I think that it's from a parenting standpoint, it is something to watch out for. But I think from a young 3-year-old perspective, dude, it's just something that we just have to fill out. I don't really. I think it's just we're finding boundaries, and then we're also trying to seek attention. I think there's truth
I
to
still
both
throw
sides.
fits. I still throw
Bro,
fits.
we all still have good days and bad days. Like I don't really.
Let me
Yeah,
not
I
find
mean,
my remote control. Let my remote
bro.
control be missing.
Bro,
Everybody's suspect.
let the Eagles have a bad game. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, my
My
baby.
emotions, I could be a big roller coaster that day. You know what I mean? High highs and low lows that day.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But I don't really. Is there any parenting advice to coach through it? Is kind of one of the things that I thought about with it, and honestly, it's just patience and attention. You know what I mean, or connection, shall I say? Trying to have patience with your kids, and then also trying to create that genuine connection, like Ryan was talking about with what the Super Nanny was doing. I think it was a Super Nanny show. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess so.
yeah, I think
But
so too.
it is
I
there
think she
is a
was onto
touch to
something.
it. There is a touch to it of, hey, I care about you. I'm paying you attention. I do care. Your what you're feeling, what you're dealing with does matter. Like but you have to be you in that same aspect. I think to tell somebody, do it this way. If you told me to be like soft handed about it or be like super nice about it, like my family, when I'm super, super nice about something that shouldn't be, they creeped out. Like
Yeah.
who are you? So you got to be you.
But all right, that's your dad topic for the week. I thought it was an interesting question. Um, let's go ahead and jump into our conspiracy section of this is a request by one of our listeners actually, and he liked our AI stuff, our last episode. Which okay, I thought it was interesting, but he said that we should try a whole episode, not a whole episode, or an episode on conspiracy theories. So let's hit a couple of them. Well, me and Ryan will share our ideas and thoughts on some of the what you say top 20. I guess we'll just kind of go through a list. The moon landing was a hoax. Thoughts?
Guess it could have been. I
I
don't
mean,
think it was.
I think that there are some things. Here's where it gets me with the moon landing stuff. Is you have all these different mixed like accountability stuff going on, and then like all these tapes get burned. I don't know if they were supposed to or whatever. I know it's true or not, to be honest with you, and that's like they still have all this stuff. Um, but if you look at the original pictures and stuff, it does kind of resemble tinfoil. Honestly, a lot of it kind of looks like that. That's probably not the material that I would probably put into space. So I think that maybe some of it was like reenacted. You know what I mean? Like they reenacted some of the stuff. Because
Don't forget that. What was the
what do I
one?
think we landed? Yeah, we have man-made objects on the moon that we can actually like send a signal to and bounce back to us. There's an actual like thing
Oh,
where you
those
can
are
put
fake.
a
Those are fake
huh?
pictures. It's
How?
fake.
No, there's an actual object where you can send like a laser to it and it'll bounce back to you.
Yeah, because the government's put something up that makes you think that.
Oh my
See how this
god,
works?
bro!
You see how this works? It's dumb.
Here we go back
We
to the
we landed on the moon. We landed on the moon, and it looked stupid because we had like old freaking cameras there. It
Yeah.
was
Well, okay,
old.
but then why did NASA say that we don't have the technology anymore to land on the moon? That we lost the technology? That's an actual dude that was like the director of NASA that said we've lost the
Jeff
technology.
Bezos made a rocket that looked like a dick that went up
Yes.
into space. Stop it. We don't have the technology. Stop it.
But he hasn't landed on the moon. You know what I mean? I don't know what they were talking about. Like I don't really have the context behind that one. But there was a video of like the old director of NASA going, "Yeah, we don't have the technology. We lost the technology." And I think what they were talking about is more like, obviously, like our cell phones have more technology than what they had back then. I think that what they're talking about is like the what it takes, like the multi-level layer of what it takes to send stuff to the moon. Like we just didn't fund it anymore after we did it. So like we have to like build that infrastructure again to send stuff back to the moon. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So like
but
a
if
whole
you
team, you have the rocket. Like I think that there's a whole layer to all this that we
what's
have to
the
go
Tom
back and
Hanks
do it.
movie? Apollo something?
Apollo 7? Is that what
Apollo
it is?
Apollo 11?
11?
I want to
Something like
say.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Apollo whatever. They they literally will have like dudes sitting around coming up with ways to fix problems with stuff that's just on your ship. That's how they fixed that ship.
Yeah.
So to say that something looks like tinfoil, have you ever seen a weather balloon?
Yeah, it's just some a cloth and some hot air and whoop, or some
Yeah.
helium or whatever they put in there. Yeah, no, I mean I get it. I'm just saying if you look at some of the pictures, I don't even know if they're real pictures. Some of it does look a little bit staged or faked or with the lighting and
You
stuff like that.
think
I
you
can
think
see some
Russia
of the
was
points
like,
that where they're talking
oh, they
about.
beat us. Look at that. Now they beat us. And we were like, we had
Okay,
a little
but
camera, like,
Ryan,
stop it.
Ryan, I
Stop
can
it.
bear nowadays in 2023, we can't even really like live stream stuff. I have to get on like 4 or 5 different platforms to get something live streamed and done. If we want to, we can, but also like that's just a randomly new thing. Like where we're just, like in the 20th century, we were live streaming stuff. So you're telling me back in, and I don't even remember the year. Was it the 70s we went up there? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so we had the capability to live stream back then.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, I mean I didn't live back then, so yeah, I mean I guess it's possible. It's just a very
When you're talking about
that's a
streaming, you're talking about running, uploading, and downloading at the same time through the internet. When
right.
you're talking about a camera signal through frequencies or whatever, a whole different technology. That's old.
Bro, me and you can barely figure out how to stream when we were streaming gaming, all right? And you're telling me that they
That's
stream from the
Facebook's fault.
moon.
That was Facebook's fault.
What are you
It's
talking
not
about,
mine.
bro? We were terrible at it. We had a good product. We swear we just couldn't get the thing to work. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
completely frustrated
Look,
with it.
I think that there are some good points on that one there. Some of the pictures and stuff, like I can see what they're talking about. But do I think that we actually did it? Yeah, I mean, I think we do. I mean, why would we? Once again, like, why would we have like faked? And then how could we like fake the gravity of them bouncing up and down on the moon? I don't know. I wasn't there to see it. I think personally, I think we did do it. Uh, but was some of it maybe mocked or staged or something? I mean, possibly. But who cares? Really? I mean, if they did it, they did it.
Area 51
Okay.
is a thing. That's clearly a thing. It's a military base. It's a
Okay.
lot of it's underground.
Okay,
It's a
well, let me
fact.
ask you this. Then what do you think it's used for? Do you think it's used for holding aliens, or do you think it's used for like future
No.
military technology kind of a thing?
Well, I
You know what I
mean,
mean? To
yeah,
keep
okay.
everything.
I'll tell you this. Something's there that we're not supposed to know about. What is it? Aliens? I don't know. Maybe new technology. I don't know. I mean, what is an alien to us? I don't know. I don't know. I hope it is. I hope there's aliens. I hope there's Sasquatch. But there's just not. There's not. But there could be
I don't.
aliens. There could be aliens.
I don't know, bro. Like my thing is, I'm with more of Area 51 does exist, right? We know that,
Clearly,
but
yeah.
are they holding aliens there? Like, I just don't see it, dude.
But
You can call
clearly
me
there
crazy.
are
I
UFOs.
think it's more like holding for like U.S. technology. That's just me, though. You know what I
But
mean?
there's UFOs. Who's driving those?
Okay, where? I haven't seen one. Bro, CGI
Your
is so good. You know what I mean? AI
your
is so good at this point, bro.
your
AI is so
top
good.
your top military folks just whistle blew and came out and said this ain't fake.
I talked about that last episode. And you called me crazy.
No, I didn't. I said I know. I think it's ridiculous that nobody's talking about it. It's
Yeah, it is
it's
true. It is weird,
it.
right? And we're like 2 weeks down the road, still nobody's talking about it, bro. Nobody
They don't
cares.
believe the government. They don't believe them. But
I don't
but
blame them
like
either.
it doesn't mean aliens driving those things. It doesn't mean that it could be us. We just don't know about it. Who
Okay,
knows?
but okay, I'm with you. I just don't know about aliens being held on a black site. Like I just because here's the thing. Because if that was the case, why
They'd
wouldn't we
come
all
get
just
their
go there
people.
and look? What?
We'd have more aliens here. They'd come get their folks, right?
Well, there's that there too. But then, like, why is this like the most like this is the worst kept secret? Then if everybody knows about Area 51 and that's where we keep the aliens, it's the worst kept secret in the world. Doesn't make any
You don't
sense.
believe it.
To me, I would just like say that that's it, and then if I was in the running the government, I'd put everything behind Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I guess. I
Oh,
mean,
because that's a segue right there, right? There's something about the Mount Rushmore or something too. Area
yeah.
51, I don't know. I think that back in the day they used to do like the test pilots and stuff for like our fastest airplanes. Maybe that's what it's used for, or future technologies for military. I just don't see it. And then secondly, like let's be honest, Ryan. Me and you probably could never work for Area 51 because if you
I
put
tell
me down
everybody.
there, bro, I'm absolutely
Telling
telling
everybody.
every single person my other best
Mm,
friends. I'm like,
yeah.
bro, there is
Yeah.
an alien that has tentacles down there, and they're doing it. You remember Independence Day? That
Yeah.
shit is real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I would
I
be
would
on
be
it.
moving my family out of there. Like you
I'd
couldn't.
have a phone. I'd be taking pictures. I would figure it out, and I would tell everybody.
Exactly. Like, there's no way they kept that many. Like, what are they doing? Like, holding their families hostages? There's no way you can keep that many people quiet about what is going on. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it. And then, secondly, what threat does that commit to the U.S. people or the world? What threat? If they say, oh yeah, aliens, they just came out and said aliens are here, and we just proved that nobody cares. So who cares? You know what I mean? Like, so what threat is it to come out and say that yeah, there's aliens at Area 51?
Yeah, I don't
I just
know.
don't see it. I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, that I said I had one more, but I lied. We're gonna. Do you have one more before I close out for the last topic or last one?
No, no, no. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's the last one. JFK. What happened?
Who
It's the best
knows?
one. It's the most notorious one.
It's just a rabbit hole, man.
Say
It's
what?
it's a rabbit hole. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Do
Who
you think
knows?
that? Do you think you've been in the military? Me and you have had some firearms training. I couldn't make that shot, bro. You can say all you want that this guy was like super trained to get that headshot
You're
across
saying he
like
was a hacker? He was a hacker with
I'm
the
saying
aimbot?
that maybe he had some aimbot going. Maybe he, you know what I
An
mean?
aimbot, baby.
Like I've seen the video. I think everyone's seen the video of him getting hit with that, and I'm like, bro, that's a hell of a shot to make. And I'm not saying people aren't capable of doing that. I absolutely know people are capable of doing that. But bro, a moving target like that with a gun that he shot with, and to only like and to get your first shot, like no practice shots, but like, bro, I don't know. Now I have seen the video of what looks like. Now this is just what it looks like. It looks like the driver turns back and shoots him in the face. That's what it looks like in the video. Could that be AI powered? Probably. I have no idea. Apparently the government has released all the documents on this before, and people say within those documents that it comes out and basically says the FBI did it. I have no idea. All I know is that the who was the president that took it over? Was it Lyndon B, I think, right? That took it over
Johnson.
from JFK? Was it
Yeah.
Johnson, right? He was really happy. He was really happy. He was getting, and my man made it. You know what I mean? He was on the plane and he was like, "I'm the president now." Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was ego. I don't know. But if you watch him up there, he does kind of seem pretty smiley about the circumstances. You know what I mean? Like that part is a little shady to me. But it's hard for me to understand. I'm with a BB gun and I'm out in my backyard and I miss a few shots trying to hit that can. You know what I mean? With a BB gun. You're telling me that this dude made that one perfect shot. That is kind of hard for me to understand. What are your thoughts?
I think that some people are just made to do certain things, and they're really good at them. And We
You ever
are,
seen? You think the man was the? You've seen the movie The Accountant? You
yeah.
think it was him? You think that was him? you,
No,
you, you think Ben Affleck was a?
I think that I think that some people are just that good of a shot, and what was he put up to it or what? Who knows? The
Made
the
for it.
grassy knoll thing, like stop it.
Pick
Could
a
it have
pick a
been?
side, Ryan. Did they do it?
Mm.
Is the FBI behind it, or did the man make the shot? That's gotta be.
So I don't. That's the problem is I don't have a good answer on this one, or I don't have a good feeling about it either way because I can't figure out why he would shoot him. Like why? Who put him up to it? If he
I
did
mean,
it,
maybe it
who
was
put
a
him up to it?
policy he disagreed with, bro. What do you mean? There's a ton of stuff that maybe he made a policy that affected him and his family, and he was like, no, we ain't doing this, or there was something going on. I don't know. Maybe he
Why
slept with
didn't he
his
say
wife.
that?
My man's was a notorious. You know what I mean? He
Oh
was
yeah.
going around getting some poontang all over the place. So like maybe
Then you say that, right? Like you say,
revenge.
hey, like if I shoot the president, then there's like there isn't there like a good reason why? Like why? And wouldn't I say that? I just don't think that
I'm
it
with you.
makes no sense.
But can we discuss that for a minute? Like, why him? Why was that man getting more ass in the toilet seat? Like, I don't understand. Have you seen? Like, we all looked at like as men, and can we look at that man and go like, was it his
Uh,
power or was it his looks? You know what I mean?
there you go.
It had to have been
That
like the power, right?
that whole family's got some
For sure,
superpowers.
the name behind it. But to pull Maryland, you know what I mean? That's the guy. That's the guy. Come on. That's the real conspiracy right there. That's the real conspiracy. How did that happen? And apparently, he was like shoveling her through like tunnels and stuff under the White House and all this kind of stuff. Stop it. Have you ever
Really?
heard that one? Yeah, there was like
Mm-mm.
secret tunnels and stuff that she was going in and out, like using like the underground elevators to go in and stuff to go visit him. Come on, bro. He's got enough aides and secretaries and stuff. Like, what are you talking about? For real? That's the conspiracy theory. My man
Yes.
doing that. I don't know.
Not big on the JFK thing. I think he got shot. It's unfortunate. He's a
We
president.
have proof of. That one was on video. We know for
He got
sure he
shot.
did. That was him, and he got shot. Just the circumstances of how he got shot.
Who in the government says shoot the president? Like who says that? Who makes that call? I don't get it.
But it's happened through our history multiple times, though. Multiple
That
times it's happened.
the FBI said
I
to
know
shoot
it
the
wasn't the
president.
FBI, but there are people absolutely who have assassinated presidents. What are you talking about? The
Yes,
most notorious
yes,
one was Abe Lincoln.
yes. But who told him to do it? Not the FBI. The FBI is not running around telling people to shoot people. Not a thing. Not
I
a thing.
mean, you never know. There could
The
have been. There
CIA
could have
maybe.
been CIA. Maybe it was the CIA. Maybe I'm getting my acronyms all thrown off. My agencies. I'm just saying. I don't know. I've seen the video of both of them. Of like the original. I don't know if it's the original of like him getting shot, and then the slowed down version where it looks like the
His
FBI
head goes
agent or
back and
whatever
goes
like
forward.
yeah, like shoots back behind him. That is just as oppressive shot as also getting shot from like however long away from an elevated position with a moving car. Being able to turn around without turning around and just making a shot behind you and not hitting somebody else, like that's an impressive shot too. I hate to tell you that, but like that's almost just as egregious as getting shot from way across the way or wherever. I don't even know how many feet that was, but both of them are just as challenging. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, bro.
No
My
doubt.
stance on it. Yeah, the dude got aimbot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I think the dude got aimbot. Like he made that shot. If I had to take a guess what it was, yeah, I think my man's made the shot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think the FBI actually did it. No, I don't think so.
I think
That's
he
just me.
definitely made that shot. I just don't know why. Doesn't make any sense.
Look, I don't know, bro. I think what was it? What's his name? Lee Harvey Oswald, right? Um,
Mhm.
I don't know if that's the guy who actually did it. I don't know who that pulled the trigger or whatever. But whoever made that shot, that was that. Yeah, no, they did that. They did. Yeah. I think if it was a small arms fire, like a 9mm or something like that, it wouldn't have been so much explosion. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's kind of what it looked
Yeah.
like to me when he got hit. So I think it would have been a larger caliber to cause that kind of damage. So that's the only reason why, to me, it had to have been a larger caliber than like just a dude pulling out a 9mm and popping you. You know what I mean? Like I've gone hunting before. A 9mm doesn't do that. Just from what I can see, unless the dude's using like a 45 or something like that, then like that's maybe. But that's just me though.
Yeah.
But all right, that'll. Do you have any more topics?
Mm-mm. It's enough rabbit hole for us.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the Dad Pack. Go like and follow, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Our YouTube channel is doing pretty well now. We actually got some views this last one. So all you guys, people watching YouTube, we appreciate it. Hit the like button if you could. Hit the subscribe button. We also appreciate that too. We have an Instagram where we do our posts and stuff on there. We'll be hopefully posting more stuff like actual snippets of our videos and stuff on there is kind of our plan. It's the Dad Pack Podcast on Instagram. So go hit a like there too. And if you guys have any ideas too, you can also reach out to us. Hit the comment section on YouTube or on any of our videos or anything inside of Instagram. You can also just drop a like, comment, or whatever inside there. And just like our last person did who gave us this conspiracy theory idea, reach out to us. Tell us what you think. But all right, guys, until next time. See y'all later.
Later, guys.